Hi guys. So this is the final video of the course. It is the last week basically of the course, and we should just be completing the final exam at this point. But some of you, I noticed, still have to finish up your culminating and some other assignments that you've been missing. So let's just sum up everything that you should have handed in by now, just to make sure we're good to go. So you want to check your Dropbox, this icon here. Scroll down. In the number sense and algebra spot, there's the group problems that you should have done. In Unit 2, there's 4 different assignments: data collection, making conclusions, the rates of change, and the final assignment. Sorry, they're out of order, but there's 4 that you should have done. So as you can see, we have 43 people in the class, and I don't have everyone's for any of the assignments, really. So the last date to hand these in is Wednesday. After Wednesday, they cannot be accepted. Because it is the last day of class for high school students on Wednesday. So this is a high school class, so that's the case for you guys as well. So just make sure, go through it and see, oh my gosh, I'm missing all of these, or whatever ones you're missing. Unit 3, analytic geometry, we have 2 assignments in here. In Unit 4, there's 2 assignments, and in Unit 5, there's 2 assignments, and a quiz too. So basically, if you're way behind, you're probably not watching this video, but if you are, then focus on the final assignments because they're worth the bulk of your mark. So Unit 2, linear relations final assignment, you definitely want to do that. In Unit 1, there is actually a quiz, you want to do that. In Unit 3, there's a final assignment. In Unit 4, there's a final assignment. And in Unit 5, there's a quiz. So if you complete one thing from each unit, that's 5 things, you can easily pass the course. So just tie up loose ends, make sure all of that's in. And then also the culminating, which I wanted to have handed in last week. But again, if you don't have it in, you have until Wednesday. So as you can see, lots of people haven't handed it in yet. So yeah, get it in ASAP. And you can always check your feedback by going into your Dropbox and clicking on the feedback. And it will tell you how you did. And usually there will be an attached file where I've actually marked it and written stuff on it. So check that for feedback. Okay, if you go in the class tools and click on quizzes, that's where you'll find a collection of quizzes. So just wanted to point out the final exam is in here, and you can click on that to access it. It is password protected, so the person administering your final exam does have the password. Hopefully it works. And then we can go into Unit 1. You won't see all this because there's a bunch that we didn't even do. But in Unit 1, we did 2 quizzes, an exponent law quiz, and then the Unit 1 algebra test. Unit 2, we did a quiz. In Unit 3, we didn't do anything, but I had a retest in case people didn't do well. In Unit 4, there's a Pythagorean theorem quiz, and in Unit 5, there's a geometry final quiz. So get that done. I see that some people did do some things this weekend, so I'll start marking those so that you can get your mark updated. And just another push for the final exam. If you are doing that, there's some people doing it today, tomorrow, all week. You can find it in the quiz section of the course, or you can access it from the culminating task and final exam section, and there's a link to it right here. And in the final exam quiz section, the formula sheet is within the quiz. Once you start the quiz, there is a formula sheet that's in there that you can use. Or again, since I didn't add it to that, maybe I should just add it to that right now. So in this module, I will add the formula sheet. There we go, and it's hidden. So make it visible. So now you have a formula sheet in there. So this formula sheet right here, you are allowed for the exam. Okay, and the exam, if you did the EQAO, the exam's, similar type of questions, not as big as the EQAO, so I thought maybe it's slightly easier, but there'll be questions from measurement, geometry, algebra, and linear relations and analytic geometry. So kind of like some from each. The final exam is made up of, I just like typing while I talk, 12 multiple choice questions and 5 short answer questions. I think 5 or 6. I'm blanking now. And each of the short answer questions is worth 4 marks. for each question. Multiple choice are just worth 1 mark. So for the short answer, you want to show a little bit of work. If you just put your final answer, then you'll only get, I don't know, 1 or 2 marks for that. So please show your work in the short answer. And if you can, to make it look nicer, if you want to say like, say you're, I don't even know, just say you're doing like, you're expanding some brackets. That's your question. Maybe you want to show your steps. So try to separate them by having like a space in between. So if I want to say like, oh, I did 3x plus 3 minus 2x minus 6, then don't continue, like don't put a space and then just continue that question. Go to a new line to say, oh, then I collected my like terms and that's my final answer. Probably we should start our lines with equal signs too. But like do it each on 1 line, you know what I'm saying? So like, oh, 1 line, 1 line. It's so messy if you were to do it like minus 6, and then just, some people just like start right in, and then I'm like, I can't tell where 1 line is and one, like it's so messy. So if possible, space things out. You have a, from what I understand, unlimited amount of space in those boxes on the final exam. So do that. If you guys have any, I meant to do a live YouTube video about the final exam, but I forgot, sorry. So it's pretty straightforward. Like if you did the EQAO, that would be a great practice, and the final exam, or the culminating, would also be good practice for the final exam. Okay, good luck. I hope it goes well. Just one more reminder to, if you don't mind, give me some feedback for this course. You just click on this link right here and just jot down multiple choice answers and a paragraph response too, if you don't mind, or email me if you have any other things that you want to tell me. And I think this will be open until, I'm assuming, the end of June. So you'll be able to, all marks will be posted eventually. So you'll be able to, you'll be able to see your updated marks. I'll just keep updating that spreadsheet until I'm done marking everything. So you'll be able to see your final mark. Now, if you do want to see your final exam, because that's an option in high school, you can come talk to your teacher about your final exam. And for Delta, that's where I work, it's on the 26th, where people can come in and check their mark and talk with me directly. So I know that some of you are in Ottawa and some of you are in high school in Hamilton and some of you are in grade 8 and you're still going to school. So that might not be an option for you. But on the 26th, if anybody does want to talk to me, you're welcome to come to Delta Secondary School. If your parents want to bring you or anything like that, I'm here all day. So just saying, on June 26th, you totally are welcome to come visit me. And if that's not an option for you, as I know it totally might not be, then you can do an email and we could talk via a virtual classroom or a phone call, if that would work. I don't know what you guys would prefer, but you could just send me an email and say, Miss, I really want to talk to you about my final exam and I want to know what I got wrong. Even if we did like, like a virtual classroom, one-on-one somehow, I just can set up virtual classroom meeting times with you guys on the 26th, and then I can like show you via webcam your exam, I guess. It'll be like not the best, but that's an idea. So if you're interested in feedback from your final exam and you want to talk about it, June 26th. So maybe send me an email so that I know you want to do it. And I will set up a virtual classroom between me and you, or you can come down and talk to me directly, or we can talk through email. I'm open to whatever works for you guys. Okay, I hope that made sense. So that's it. We're almost done wrapping things up. Send me emails if you guys have questions or concerns, and check back in for mark updates.